when he's not shoveling? Are you the winemaker? No. Oh, good work, guys. This looks spectacular. Look at that. Is that your friends there? Thank you.
So what happens is it takes about a week. The hot part of the fermentation takes about a week. And then after that it goes down when you turn the cooler off. And they sit here for the rest of the winter. We add sulfur so it doesn't move. The last step in the process is to add bentonite, which is a kind of clay. It's positively charged particles, and they pour it in and they attract all the junk that's in there and settle in the water. When you get through with that, after you do that, turn the cooler back on. Cool it down to 0, add these down to -3 or so next couple of days. You're just warming up now, and it's just condensation period on the tank because it's so cold. Anyway, once you cool it, it drops all the junk out of the wine, all the clay, everything into the bottle. And then you can take it out of here, the bottle, and take it out with a hose, run it through this machine over here, which is a filter. It has these plates in it, paper plates, and it has like 18 or 20 of them, something like that. The wine is actually forced through these paper filter plates. Comes out the end nice and clean. This thing here, in case you're wondering, is a floating lid. All of these tanks have these frames, except for the ones that aren't put together yet. The ones that are in operation are these cranes, and the end of the crane is a lid like that. It floats on the surface of the wine. It has a blow-up gasket that's pumped up with these things. And so you get the lid in there, and you pump up the gasket, and it makes a perfect tight seal, so air doesn't get in. And that prevents air contacting the wine. So anyway, after we pump it through the filter, for those of you that just came in, we're talking about the steps in the process after the wine is made, and all the junk has fallen to the bottom and sat here all winter and mellowed and got nice concrete cellar, 450 tons of concrete. It keeps things nice and quiet, cool, calm.
This is the upstairs, right?
Yeah, this is the breezeway from here over. The main door is right above the ceiling.
And what's the floor? Did you do the
floor is all beams, glue lamps,
yeah,
with foam insulation.
Yeah.
You'll see the foam insulation is a little bit thicker on this end than that end, because this is under the breezeway, which is open to the weather. Right. This end is under the tasting.
I couldn't get over it. I just wanted to say congratulations, you're open, and
thank you, Steve.
Good luck with it all.
Steve's the other winery here.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He makes a really good Gewürztraminer here. You've got to go over and try it. Right, Steve?
Thank you very much.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
We tasted it last night.
You tasted it last night in the winery.
It was superb.
Like I said, I've got to go to work, but I just want to say great, awesome, you're open.
Thanks for wearing the shirt.
And Canucks. Go Canucks. Alright, we'll see you guys today.
And this bottle capper is mine. This beauty saves an immense amount of work, so he uses that. I use this stuff and so forth. But anyway,
so we're doing screw now is the standard, isn't it? Yeah, it's
pretty much. Well, there's a lot of people still use cork, and they use these synthetic corks. I don't know if you've ever tried to get one back in the bottle, but yeah, possible. That's right. And the screw caps. There's an outfit down in Washington State called Cellars, and they did a whole research project over a couple of years, where they did blind tastings on wine that was cork and wine that had screw caps. It's all on the net if you want to watch it. And anyway, all of their experienced tasters kept coming up with the screw caps being better. Yeah, the cork will add flavor, especially to a white wine. If you've got a really light, fruity wine, you stick a cork in it, you're gonna get a little
Sure. Yeah.
on your tongue, you know. So we got rid of that and did that with the screwdrivers. So anyway, it goes over here, and we fill the bottle. So this thing, stick it over there, and that shows the wine. That's water. And then after we got it filled, take a bottle, take the full bottle. These things are called capsules, and they basically turn into a cap. You put them on there, put the bottle there, hit the buttons, boom, you got a cap bottle of water.
So it's a heat seal thing? The heat?
No,
It's screwed like it's just screwed up.
presses it on there. The bottle's all on it.
So that also is the foil, you're not putting foils on top, that is the foil in the cap.
Yeah, it's a one-step thing. I mean, normally you'd squeeze in a quarter, put on the foil. You know, some of these you have to heat. You got 3 steps. This is 3 seconds. 3 seconds.
That's what we do.
And it's a better quality closure. No, I buy grapes. Buy grapes, yeah, from all on the ferry.
It wasn't in the summer, was
I
it?
remember, when was it?
Oh, it's in the fall.
No, this was
September,
September, just after the rush.
Yeah.
Had to wait till after the rush. And so we got one load laid, and it was getting hard when it finally arrived. And the last thing we want is concrete getting hard on you.
Oh, God.
It's hard to place.
They got it in, they got it done. We've had a couple of concrete disasters. The last one was the floor upstairs. You didn't even notice how ugly it was. It's supposed to be polished concrete floor. And so the guys got the truck in, they pumped in all the stuff, and it's got this ocean of wet concrete up there. And they've got this big machine that looks like an upside down helicopter. Smooth it all out, it's polished. It's supposed to be perfect. That wouldn't work.
No. And you're on the island and you can't
Yeah,
get in the
that's right, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
No.
You're stuck, that's it. So we got down on our hands and knees and did that.
Hand polished.
Yeah. So now I gotta decide whether to grind it down or leave it. We'll see.
Which one is it?
You tell us what.
Check it out.
I didn't notice.
Well, good, that's great. Where's your guy?
Yeah. Exactly.
Actually, I'm thinking by the time if I polish it so the aggregate shows, then there'll be all these little specks and won't see the dirt. Smarter.
There you go. Well, the men will.
We wouldn't see it anyway.
No, it's all gone except Hornby steak.
Yeah, Hornby was prepared. They're just pulling your leg.
Yeah,
You know there was an earthquake last night?
I'm sure it was. He's in there every day. And anyway, and then too, like you have a fairly wide span here, 20 feet across. And the loading then too, for being a public building, you have to have. And not only that, this space here is considered a wet space, so you have, the glue lamps are not only regular glue lamps, but they're glue lamps for wet service. So like you would have in a public pool or something like that.
What space is the blue clay on the outside or because of what goes on inside?
Well, the blue clay is very clean.
Humidity. But also it gets really wet in here when we're cleaning out the tanks. So
Yeah.
yesterday the whole place was soaking wet.
Yeah.
We were flushing the thing and it all goes on the floor. Yeah. But then it dries out. It's still pretty humid down here though. When I crank those coolers up, it's like rocks all over this. I was pulling down the rocks.
Wow.
I tried to buy it in 2000 and I got outbid by somebody, and so I watched the internet every week. I watched the internet to see when it would come back on.